One of our deceivers worked as a haunted house performer for 2 years. We'll find out who it is later in the show. Tell us who you think it is by voting along in the chat. Let's find out who's telling the truth and who is a chump. Gentlemen, it's chump time! Hey, welcome to Chump, the Rooster Teeth game show all about lying. I'm your host, Jeremy Dooley, and we have a brand new panel of liars and deceivers here with us today. Starting with our first deceiver, Chris Damaris. I said it right. On to our next deceiver, Miles Luna.
I'm not Miles.
And our third and final deceiver, Alfredo Diaz. Nice look, yeah.
Dainty.
They get mean with the class.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Only 2 people can find out who's lying and who's telling the truth. The first being today's contestant, Hannah McCarthy. Woo!
Thank you. That's all I'm going to get for the rest of the show.
And the other person here figuring out things is you, the audience. You're here with us, watching live and voting.
God.
You can call out their lies. You can call out their deception. Thanks for coming, everybody. We're back from the break. First return episode. It's like, it essentially is the season premiere.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
No,
The stakes are high.
Yeah. Jeez,
I'm even more nervous.
Everyone who was on episode 1, forgotten.
Wow.
This is the new episode
gone.
1, as far as we're concerned.
Soft reboot.
That's the title. Jump, episode 4, the new episode 1.
This is kind of like when Sony was like, we did make a bunch of Spider-Man movies just recently. This is Spider-Man.
This is the
like
one.
this one.
This is the one. Eddie. All right, guys, let's start off the game with a game called What's in the Box? Hell yeah. What's in the Box is a pretty easy game. Basically, one of our 3 deceivers has a weird item, and I mean weird, inside of the box in front of them. It's actually in their podium, but we call it a box. And the other 2 have empty boxes, and they're just making up a weird item that is inside of there. They'll give a 1-sentence description to Hannah, who will then get to question them to my discretion about the item until I think they've had enough. And then you have to guess who actually has the item in their box.
Okay.
As for you, the audience, you're doing the same thing, but by using the chat and using either hashtag Chris, hashtag Miles, or hashtag Alfredo in the chat for who actually has the item in their box. Remember, you each only have 1 vote. You can change it at any point, but like, you know, Chris isn't going to get you a lot more votes. It's just going to break the chat.
It'll make me happy.
It'll make Chris real happy.
It'll make me mad.
But who wants a mad Miles is always bad. So one at a time, they're going to open up their boxes, turn on their little light that's inside of there, and tell you in 1 sentence what they have in their box. Starting with Chris. Chris, what is inside your box? Reach in there and turn the light on.
I'm gonna need the light.
Right side, buddy. There you
Don't
go.
block your beautiful
there you
face.
go.
All right, what do you got in there?
Okay, it is half of a Barbie doll with a
Okay.
cowboy hat. It looks like it's kind of like taped to like a taxidermied lizard.
That's
Like-
all we.
like
That's
a
all we need. That's all we need.
One sentence. It was one
Wait,
sentence.
I know you want to talk about it.
Okay.
That's all we need for now.
Okay.
Have a Barbie doll taxidermized lizard in there. Miles,
Taxidermized.
what do you got in there? Is that a word? Sounds like a word.
Close enough.
That's
It is a blue orb on. Oh, it's an egg. It's a blue egg on shoes with a Drinky bird in it, or coming out of it. That's more than a sentence. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Got it. We got it.
Very descriptive.
Drinky bird,
Okay.
blue egg.
Yep.
And Fredo, what do you got in your box? Reach in there and turn on that light so you can get a nice, good look. I watch you turn it
it's
on, off, and on again.
Touch sensitive. God, okay. So it's a toilet, and on top of the toilet is a raccoon head, and the raccoon's wearing earmuffs.
I gotta say, thank you, Alfredo. I gotta say, I was watching the monitor there, and it was on Hannah, and when I went, it's a toilet, she went, and immediately started scribbling down little notes.
What does it mean?
Look at her notepad she's got
I'm
going
very
on.
frantic. I'm sweating profusely. I'm stressed. Okay.
All right, so you can start with whoever you want, and you can question them to my discretion. Once I think they've had enough, I'll make you move on. So who do you
Okay.
want to start with?
I'm afraid of Alfredo and
As we all
Miles.
are. Yep.
I saw you both lie to each other to the point that you got the shit slapped out of you by Xavier Woods. So I'm just
Talking about the extra life.
Yeah.
committed.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You're very committed to lying, and I'm
Punch
afraid of you. So I want to start with Chris.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. So Chris was the half Barbie doll and the lizard.
My first question was which half?
Oh, top hat. Like
Torso?
like a centaur. Like, but with a lizard.
Oh, it's coming together.
It's coming
like-
together. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought you meant just she had been cut in half.
No,
I
like
was just
top
saying that.
half and then like
Her top half is a Barbie. Her bottom half
is
is
like
a lizard.
Lizard thing, yeah.
Okay.
With a cowboy hat.
I was about to ask what kind of hat. What color is the hat?
It's like your standard yellow-ish, but it's like plastic.
Is that my standard yellow? Standard yellow.
Standard straw hat.
Sure. Standard yellow hat.
That guy's
okay.
got a brown hat. He ain't no standard cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, he painted that hat.
He painted that hat.
Okay. What color is her hair?
It's blonde.
It's blonde. He was very dismissive of that. It's blonde.
Well, it's like
Why
it's
even
a-
ask
it's
that
like-
question?
It's blonde,
It's like-
obviously.
It looks like your default Barbie, like.
White supremacy Barbie.
What the hell
Default.
does that
White.
mean?
Isn't the default Barbie blonde? Or it used to be.
For a while,
used
she
to be.
was.
There was
Perhaps.
Barbie and then like her two friends that no one gave a shit about. Thanks, Mattel.
I think hair
whatever.
of any kind as a default is insulting.
Fair point. Fair point.
You know?
Fair. Okay. And is she in any sort of pose or her? Is she just kind of zombie-like? Okay.
Well, not. It's just
arms.
arms out.
Akimbo.
Default
Yeah,
zombie.
default zombie
Zombie
pose.
arms with her default hat.
Did you
Okay.
make me this way?
Father, what have I done?
It does look like something that God rejected.
Wow, okay.
I'll give you one more
Sounds-
question.
It sounds
Chris.
that way.
Got anything else for him?
Is she clothed?
Yeah, there's like just a blue cloth thing, but only the blue.
Shirt.
Is
the
it a
word.
shirt?
Yeah, but
A
yeah.
bandana?
Well, it looks like it was cut, so it's like a blue skirt that was cut. It's because it's only the top half.
Okay.
Got it.
Sure. Yep.
So I would say
Shirt is the word.
Shirt,
Yeah.
perhaps,
Yeah.
might be.
I think it was
okay.
cut, so it
a
felt
cut
like it-
piece of fabric around her torso.
Yes.
All right, we're going to have you move on from Chris now. Who do you want to move to?
I would like to just progress down the line.
Okay, so we're going to Miles next, which was the egg and the drinky bird. So,
Don't lie to me, Miles.
Will not.
Miles, I'm going to trust you.
I will not.
I need
You
to
did
trust
come
you.
to a bad show though.
That's true. This was not set up for this. Okay. You said at first you said an orb.
Yes.
And then you said an egg.
Yes.
What made you think it? Why did you realize it was an egg and not an orb? They're very different shapes.
It was very big orb. Normally I think egg like
Sure.
it was pretty big. What gave it away for me was it has little like lighter blue speckles on it.
Okay.
And then also the fact that there was a bird in it made me jump to egg. My
What-
assumption is egg.
When you say drinky bird, do you mean
The ones that
the
like
tippy?
it's like a
kind?
am I allowed to
Okay.
look again or am I
yeah, oh yeah, you can absolutely open
It's
your
like
box and look.
it's like a minimalist black wooden it's essentially sphere, cone, stick, top hat, one of them.
You ever seen a drinky bird?
I have.
Yeah.
And what you said something about shoes?
You know Mr. Potato Head.
Yes.
You know your standard issue.
Your standard
default Mr. Potato Head shoes.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Imagine that, but like actual like
Never had
kids
one.
chucks,
Kids Chucks.
like red.
Got it.
Converse. Converse.
Converse. Okay, got it.
The egg has red Converse on.
And you said it.
Did you ever play Sonic? You didn't play. Never mind. Never mind. There's an egg.
Why not?
Well, no,
Why
there's
why
an
not?
egg.
Maybe
No,
she
did you?
Have
did
you seen the trailer?
Did you play Sonic Dreams? Did you play Sonic Dreams? Because there's a little egg creature in Sonic Dreams that has like an eye.
Oh, I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're not questioning her right now.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm sorry.
It's all the
What
way
the
around.
heck?
No,
Trying to
what's
deceive
happened?
you.
Flipped it around on me. Oh my God, I'm so out of it. Okay, so you said what color is the orb?
It's blue.
Blue. You did say blue. Okay, just double checking.
I'll give you one more to Miles.
Dark
You got another
blue,
question
lighter
for
blue
him.
speckles.
Dark blue, light blue speckles. Okay, and about how big would you say? You said it's large. Whoa, oh my God, it's bigger than I
It's
thought
the
it
size
would
of
be.
the box.
Yeah, it
That's the
fills
size
the
of the
entire box. Okay.
Yeah.
Dark and large. Got it. That sounds
All right.
weird.
So now we're going to move on to
Okay, sorry.
dark and large. I said lodge.
Large.
It's happened.
Dark and large.
Hey,
Big
it was
large.
kind of large, and it's just having the conversation
Yeah.
over a dark beer.
Dark beer.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to Fredo, who was I heard toilet and started laughing.
I
So,
did too.
Toilet.
You want to give us that one sentence again for us? It's a toilet. Yeah, you can look again.
It's a toilet.
Yep.
On top of the toilet is a raccoon head, and it has earmuffs.
And it has earmuffs.
Okay.
All right.
The raccoon head is wearing earmuffs. What kind of raccoon head are we talking? Like a stuffed animal or
No,
figurine
Or real.
or real?
maybe one that you'd put on like a cookie jar.
Back it up.
cookie
Back it up.
jar?
That didn't clear up anything.
What does that
Why is there a
mean?
raccoon head on a cookie jar?
No, like the kind that you'd put on a cookie jar.
You can't use that description. I can't go, the kind of shark you put on your living room couch.
Kind of like
It's not a thing.
what is a cookie jar usually made out of? What's that?
Porcelain?
Porcelain.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, so porcelain.
Made out of the same material
Same
as a jar.
as a toilet.
cookie
perhaps.
jar
or the toilet would
Same,
be.
same material
Well,
as a
no,
toilet.
it's the toilet is, I guess, kind of like a statue. Like a
does that-
statue. They're two separate
problem
things.
with
Toilet
They're two
statue.
separate things,
Statue.
not from the same.
It's not the same material.
No,
So the raccoon head is porcelain, but the toilet is
is like a statue.
does that mean
Maybe like it has
stone?
like a brass back,
brass?
maybe like a wood
Brass
bottom.
statue.
brass
It's painted.
statue.
But the earmuffs, that's the real thing
That's-
we're talking about here, because it's normal size human person.
Human-sized earmuffs.
So it wraps around not only the raccoon safely, but then also the toilet.
Safely.
Yes.
That's what they're worn for protection
Yes.
Yeah.
from the cold.
Yeah.
Okay, that's confusing. So the scale of the raccoon head to the toilet, which is larger, which is smaller?
The toilet is larger.
The toilet is larger.
Definitely. The raccoon head is like half the size.
Half the size of the toilet.
Yeah.
It's really all coming
porcelain
into
raccoon
scale.
head.
Yeah, I'm piecing it together now. Where is the raccoon's head in relation to the toilet?
It's just on top of the
Just
toilet.
sitting on the
Yep, just right on
upper
the leg.
deck?
Yeah.
Upper deck. Okay.
Where someone's butt would be.
So the seat.
So not the upper
Yeah,
deck,
just
the
the
seat.
seat.
Okay.
Okay. You really got to clarify.
You really
man.
do. There's a lot
Very important.
of variance.
Are
He's really
these-
checking it
Looking
out.
at it from behind.
Are the earmuffs something you would wear? Like you mean like the ones you'd wear if you were cold, right?
I mean, yeah, but they're like kids' earmuffs. I mean, I wouldn't personally wear them.
okay. Not
They're
your-
fuzzy.
personally.
They're fuzzy, black
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. All
earmuffs.
right. I'll give you one more
Fuzzy.
question to Fredo here.
Okay. What color are the earmuffs?
Black.
Black.
Black fuzzy earmuffs.
Black. That was quick.
Consistently throughout?
Yep, the whole thing.
Fuzzy.
I mean, there's a little tag on it. It's white. When I get real detailed with it.
All right, that's it. That's enough from you. I'm just
Okay.
tired of it. All right, so audience, we're going to talk to Hannah for a little bit about her thoughts, but this is your last chance to get your votes in. Remember, hashtag Chris, hashtag Miles, or hashtag Alfredo for who you think actually has the item in their box. Hannah, what are you thinking? Is there anyone you're totally ruling out? Is there anyone you're fully believing?
The size of the egg scared me because that seems larger than the box.
I think it scared all of us,
It
really.
was large. Chris's is so specific. It's so specific. And the fact that he didn't know the name for some of the things oddly made me think that it was real.
It's very Chris of him.
Yeah, like if he was making it up, he'd probably just say things that he knew names.
I mean, he knew
right?
the word lizard, so credit where credit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen lizards.
You had one. Yep. So he could be leading on me on a wild goose chase.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
What are your thoughts on Fredo?
I would never lie.
He said he wouldn't lie to me, so I
He's
almost
told me that every day of my life. when I come to work.
I want to test
Debatable.
the truth of that statement.
Good call. All right,
So-
before we get your final answer,
Yeah.
though, we're going to lock in the audience answer. So votes are now cut off, and you are locked in to whatever your final answer was in the chat. Remember, if you get it right, you get a point. If Hannah gets it right, she gets a point. If neither of you get it right, that's 2 points for the deceivers. They get a point for everyone they fool. So there's a lot of points in the line. Right now, Hannah, who has the item in their box, do you think?
I want it to be Chris. I'm saying Chris.
You're going with Chris. Are you locking that in?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock that in.
All right.
Oh.
You've locked in. It's a very official lock.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
right.
just saying it.
The cell door closing.
Yeah, it really is. The Alcatraz
going,
of truths. All right, with Hannah's answer locked in, let's see what the audience thought.
think?
Let's get those votes up on the screen. What did you think?
Oh.
Ooh, 43% are going
gosh.
for Miles and the egg.
no.
The Drinky bird egg.
Okay.
All right.
No one believes me.
I said you were telling the truth.
Well, this isn't
Wait,
a game
wait,
where
no,
I
you
chose
didn't.
this.
Wait,
He said me.
Wait, that's
You
right.
said
I
Chris.
should have said-
Should we unlock Alcatraz?
No,
Just
no,
lock it in?
Alcatraz.
Locked in.
Alcatraz, it's locked.
I screwed up. Alfredo,
Chris has
I
to
screwed
die
up.
now.
Alfredo,
Now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alfredo.
Now,
I've already
here's the
messed
thing.
up.
This isn't a game where I reveal the answer. They are going to reveal who's telling the truth because I'm going to count down from 3, and they're going to open up their boxes to reveal. So, guys, hand on the side, and
So
here we go
exciting.
in 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Oh no!
Oh, yes! Hannah was wrong. Alfredo has the item. It is a raccoon head on a toilet.
Oh my
with
God.
Very fun. Oh, there's that white tag. Look.
What is that? I told you the
Oh
details. And he's
my
safe.
God.
That's a very. You were totally right about
You
the
were.
description
You
of
were
that
dead
toilet. It's
on.
like a
Yeah.
statue.
It's
He
like a
said he wouldn't
statue.
lie to me, and I said I was going to
Brass
prove it,
back
and I
and-
forgot that was how this worked.
This man only tells the
failed.
truth. It's very
He
important.
does. He tells the truth.
You got me on that size. As soon as I was like, yeah, it's about this big.
I was like-
Because that was I was like, this is the thing I'm gonna describe. And then you're like, that's a big egg. It's like, no, it's not. It's a real big egg.
It's real
big.
I watched
I was like,
it.
oh, it's like some
ooh.
sort of Easter egg
did that, I was like-
contraption.
I was like,
Yeah, it's like
the
measuring the
box ain't
box.
that high.
Audience, you went with Miles, which means unfortunately you also got it wrong. So that's 2 wrongs there, and they don't make a right unless you're a deceiver, which means the deceivers are getting 2 points for that round.
2 points.
So at the end of that game,
Yeah.
that means Hannah has 0 points, the audience have 0 points, and the deceivers
Has 8.
have 2
Nice try to see.
points.
Almost got him.
It's a 0-0-2 game. The audience and Hannah are tied for the Chump right now. This episode of Chump is brought to you by the RT Store. It's the new year, and the RT Store is really excited about all the new collections they have planned for 2010, all right? 2020. That's now. If you're looking for quality internet goods for Funhouse, Achievement Hunter, Ruby, and more, the RT Store is the best place to score all that official merch. Listen, someone probably gave you a little bit of moolah during the holidays. We know just where you should spend it at the RT Store. If you want that sweet AH merch, come on, get that on. You'll be looking fly, you'll be looking good. You'll be looking like Michael in there with his AH jersey. I saw him. Go to the RT Store. Pick up some stuff. You'll be glad you did. Thank you, beautiful. But there's still plenty of time to make up some point ground here. And another way to do that is by playing a game called Pushing the Envelope.
Ooh.
In my pocket of my official Chump jacket,
Ooh.
it's not.
Don't look for it in the RT
Don't
store.
look for it. I don't even know what it's called. We have 3 envelopes, not branded yet, but we're getting there. This was like $2,000. This thing, so that's why it took a while.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No wonder this company's gonna
The production value.
Spending just
Each one of these envelopes has a true fact about one of our deceivers inside of it, and I'm shuffling them up. I'm going to redistribute them, so they might be getting their own story, but they might be getting someone else's. So I'm handing these out. Hannah will then get to question each person for 60 seconds about their story to get some more facts and details about the story. And at the end of the game, all you have to do is tell me if they're telling the truth or if they're lying. Not whose story is whose.
Got it.
Just are they lying or are they telling the truth? And if you get all that right, you get a point.
Okay.
If you don't, the deceivers get a point. And audience, your points work a little bit differently. I'll explain after we hear the stories, okay? So deceivers, please open your envelopes. And you're going to read exactly what it says on there, starting with Chris. What is your fact about yourself?
I almost got arrested for drifting in a college parking lot.
All right, drifting in a college parking lot. Miles, what is your true fact about yourself?
I once scaled up the side of an apartment building to break into a friend's place.
All right, and Alfredo, what is your true fact?
When I was a child, my mom kept our dead dog in the freezer after he died.
What?
The man doesn't lie.
No.
We're all damaged
She
damaged
leads
people,
it.
Hannah.
This one.
Oh no. Oh
This
no.
is a panel of criminals.
Oh my God.
All
Yeah.
right? We have a drifter. We have a person driving recklessly. We have a person performing a B&E.
It was for good.
And then we have a psycho. So there's a lot of different things right here. Now,
His mother's a psycho. Let's be perfectly
now
clear.
audience, here's how it's going to work for you.
I still loved him.
I'm giving you one of these facts in particular, and you're going to have to tell me who that is about. Now, that's a little bit harder, so you're going to get 2 points if you get it correct. And the fact I'm giving you is who actually almost got arrested for drifting in a college parking lot. Was it hashtag Chris, hashtag Miles, or hashtag Alfredo? That's the one you are really trying to guess. So you'll hear the stories, and maybe that will help inform your guess. Hannah, you're going to be getting 60 seconds to question each person. Who do you want to start with?
Alfredo's was the most
Alfredo
alarming.
with the dog in the freezer.
I have
All
a lot
right.
of questions.
Okay, hold on. Don't
60
judge me.
seconds are going on the clock. Ready, set, go.
Why did it die?
Why did it die?
Yeah, the
Just
dog.
old age.
Old age. Okay, that's fine.
Old Yeller.
Why couldn't you bury it?
Well, because it was my grandma wanted to do the taxidermy thing.
Your grandmother wanted to taxidermy your dog?
Yeah.
Had she done that before?
No.
So this is
Not
the-
to my knowledge.
The first time attempt.
Well, because she originally, my grandmother didn't really want a dog, but then we kind of just got one because we lived with our grandmother, and then she grew to love it. Eventually passed away, and she wanted to do a taxidermy thing.
Did she train for this?
Did she train?
Did she
for it?
learn how to taxidermy?
No, we
I don't
wanted
think
to
she
take
wanted to do it herself.
Yeah, no, she wanted to take it.
Oh my God.
get it taxidermied.
Okay. All right.
Oh
Okay.
God, no, she
Setting all
wasn't
that
like trying to
aside.
butcher our dog in
How
the house.
long was the dog in the freezer?
Like a week?
A week?
Yeah.
Why was it there and not at a taxidermy place?
She was trying to find a good place, and she couldn't really figure out which place she wanted to
Reputable.
go
Okay.
All right.
to. Family dog.
There was your 60 seconds. I want to throw in an additional question in here, if I might. Do you know when the dog was taxidermied? Did they just want it in the corner? Was it an end table? What was the dog gonna be?
The end goal.
Which is going to be in the living room.
Just standing there as if the dog was still with us.
Wait, were you
like a full
suggesting
collection.
that the dog would
Why
be
would it
made
be on
into
the table?
furniture?
If you could balance a cup on it, it's useful. And it will always be-
We're not doing this for memory. We're doing it for a strictly utilitarian reason.
Trying
Listen,
to patch up the
everything
couch.
has a purpose.
Would make a great ottoman.
We just
This guy.
Auto dog.
don't
Kick your
need
feet
it.
up, auto
I
dog.
didn't even ask what the dog's name was. I was so wrapped up in the fridge.
We'll never
freezer
know.
part.
We'll never know. All right, so we're gonna move on to someone else
Oh my
now.
God. I've literally forgotten everything else that was said.
That's all right. Pick a person and we'll get to it.
You are the B&E.
Yes.
Let's
do you want me to do
mine.
the full-on reread?
No. I gotta use that time.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it doesn't eat up your time to do a reread.
I'll give you the
Give
reread.
us the reread.
Yes.
The reread.
Give us
Yes,
the
please.
reread on there. Just to
Okay.
remind everyone.
I once scaled up the side of an apartment building to break into a friend's place.
There we go. All right, so we're gonna be putting 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go.
What story of the building was it on?
Second story.
Second story. Did you just freehand it, or did you have tools?
I had a friend with me, her name was Jackie, and essentially what happened was we tried to first freehand it, did not go super great. So then I tried standing on the railing of like the balcony beneath her, or I guess the porch, because it was on the first floor.
Sure.
I tried to stand on that and lift my friend Jackie up so then she could reach the second story and pick herself back up, or pick herself up. She wasn't able to do it, so then I just kind of like upped it, used my dunk skills.
Yeah.
I did, that was a bad idea, but it did end up working out, and I was able to pull myself up.
Why were you trying to break in?
Because my friend had been, this is not a funny story, she had been drinking really heavily and then stopped responding to texts. And we were really worried because we were all supposed to hang out, and then she just stopped responding.
Noble reason.
So you said noble reason.
I did it for good.
Did you? How did you get in once you got up to that floor?
The balcony was just unlocked.
The door was unlocked.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's
Dangerous.
Okay.
So you did the jump and like pull up.
Jump and lift, because I was
Did Jackie
not
give you,
as fat.
Did Jackie give you help, or did you just manage?
I
to
just
do
did,
it by-
because at that point, two people trying to like balance out, it was a bad
gosh.
scene. It was like a bad, it was a
Dang.
dumb idea, but I ended up making it
That
in.
is impressive. All right, and now it's time to move on to our final story, which is
Drifter.
the Drifter. Which, if he's telling the truth, that's how to get 2 points, audience. If you think it's Chris, but let's hear the facts first. So, are you ready to question
I'm
him?
ready to question.
All right, question
Yep.
start in 3, 2, 1, go.
What kind of car was it?
It was a white Ford Taurus.
Okay.
Not a drifting car.
I was
No.
not what I was expecting. Why did you drift prior to this
No.
evening?
So what happened was me and a friend, a female friend who I was trying to impress. We were driving. I was pulling a parking lot, and then like it was wet, and so I skidded, and then we like laughed, and then I started doing it some more to like I was like, like going around in circles, trying and like, oh, this is great. It's like a quirky date thing, and then the cops, the campus police.
We're like not a quirky date.
No.
Okay. Did it work out with her in the end? No.
Well, no.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that. Sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
We're together to this day.
Wait, I'm losing
Come on
count.
out,
I'm losing
Charlene.
count. How fast did you go?
I don't know, 15 or 20, whatever. I don't know. Bad judge thing, but it is a parking lot, big parking lot.
I'll give you another question.
I felt bad. I got distracted by my own assholery.
I mean, it wasn't assholery. It's just facts. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Another question.
Another question. God, there's just so many questions.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of questions. I guess the question would be, did you just tell the cop the truth? What did you say when he pulled you over?
Yeah, well, I told him, I was like, basically I started on accident, and then we thought it was fun, and there were no other cars.
Started on accident.
There were no other cars in the parking lot, so I didn't think it was any,
An issue.
And he, let me go. I think he was amused.
All right, there you go. That is the end of your question. Did you like that message in the chat?
What was
Saw
it?
it for a split
They
second.
said, I think Alfredo did all of these things.
Capable, maybe.
All right, we're going to get some thoughts from Hannah, but audience, get your last votes in now before we cut you off. So
Lock us into
remember, who actually drifted in a college parking lot, all right? Get those votes in. Is there anyone right off the bat you're not believing, anyone you're kind of on the fence with?
The taxidermy is just,
It's absurd.
I'm not trying
I
to
know.
judge anyone for how they want to remember their
crazy.
pets,
I'm judging.
but
Filipinos are wild.
that's fair. So I'm, on the fence. I want to believe you, and this isn't necessarily up to you because you're just being handed something. So you could be lying not by choice.
Right.
So I know that about you.
I mean, the item was the same
Yeah.
way.
That's also true.
Anna isn't playing this game to win. She's playing this game to try and keep all of her trust and friendship intact and like explain to
wants to
herself
leave
why
it
this is okay.
He's not trying to lie to me.
I
He's
can
being
trust him
want to lie to
outside of the
me.
game.
Yes. Please don't destroy my trust in you. Okay, so Miles was very convincing. It wasn't like an excessive amount of detail. It was just like a natural amount of detail. And this is how you're gonna burn me, isn't it? This is how you're gonna get me. Yes, you making that face, yes. Because detail of like, it wasn't a funny story, it's a sad story. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty believable, but that's probably you noodling with me, making me feel
Noodles.
crazy.
Noodler, this guy.
It was very convincing though.
And what about Chris?
More of an udon.
Honestly, Chris, you're great.
That's all we need. That's all we need. All right, so,
Just Anna reaffirming her friendship.
audience, let's lock in that vote.
Well, the girl didn't think so.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Audience, we're locking you down. You are locked in on your votes right now. So now we're going to go down the line one at a time. And you're just going to tell me whether or not they're telling the truth or lying, not whose story is whose, all right? So starting with Chris, drifting in a parking lot. Is he telling the truth or is he lying?
I'm going to get it all wrong. I'm going to say he was lying.
All right, you think Chris, lock it in?
Lock it in.
Lock that in.
Yeah.
Chris is
Oh,
a
God.
liar. Miles, telling the truth or lying?
Yeah, I know you're lying to me, but I'm going to say the truth because you told it so well.
All right. Locking it in?
Yes.
Lock in, telling the truth? And moving on to Alfredo, so ipso facto,
My
You
fate's
had
been
to
decided.
lie.
mathematically.
Lie, yeah.
All right, so locking in Fredo as a liar as well.
God.
All right, that is all locked in. So, audience, let's see who you thought actually drifted in a parking lot.
They know better than me.
They sometimes do.
They do.
Sometimes they don't.
Oh,
58, no one thought it was Chris.
To be fair,
Wow, 6% went with Chris's story. 58% think
it's gonna
it
be
was
Chris now.
Alfredo.
Man, y'all
All
think
right.
I like cars that much.
So I'm gonna go down the line here and just reveal if they were lying or telling the truth.
Okay.
Chris, drifting in a parking lot, I can reveal that Chris Damaris was telling a lie. Chris was lying. You got that right.
Chris.
Well done.
Okay.
Miles Luna, when it came into breaking into a friend's apartment, was telling the truth.
Yay!
Miles was telling the truth, which means that keeping the dog in the freezer for Alfredo, that was also a lie.
I'm not crazy.
Oh my God!
So there you go.
That ain't me.
You nailed
This
it.
is amazing.
Can I-
Friendship.
Hold on.
Friendship.
Question.
Yes.
Why'd you go with taxidermy, my
I
man?
know.
Dude, it
Bold
was a bold
choice.
choice.
I can also reveal, before we get too far into this, I can reveal also, audience, you got it right
Yes.
as well. So congratulations on that one. That means that the audience is going to get 2 points for that round.
Nicely done.
It also means that Hannah is going to get 8. I'm doing it on my nice card here. Listen, I don't want to talk about.
You said taxidermy, and I was like, interesting. But if anyone can pull this around, it's gonna be Fredo. And then Hannah was like, how long? And you went, a week.
So look, in my head, I had planned a couple of days because the taxidermy place was closed, but I crumbled. Crumbled.
And we know that this fact was actually true about Chris. Chris and Alfredo's fact were switched. And I want to hear more about the true story and what was going through Fredo's mind there, but we're going to do that in our post show.
Okay.
So
can't
in
wait.
Chump Change, we're definitely going to be talking about what actually happened with the dog and what
can't wait
Fredo
for
was
that.
going for with the taxidermy and stuff like that. We'll figure it all out. Yeah, and get into a little more detail.
I'm so excited.
That's why the post show is so fun to hear about. Make sure you're a first member so you can watch that. All right, which means, at the end of that one, the deceivers in the audience are tied at 2. Hannah still has 1,
Oh, man.
but it's a very, very close, close game.
I thought I might get 1 for each of them. That's really disheartening.
This episode of Chump is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Introducing Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a mobile RPG done right. I know you've already heard about Raid everywhere, but there's a reason why. Raid is one of the top 3 ranked RPGs on the Google Play Store, and it's just been nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 User's Choice Award. Raid has all the features you'd expect from a brand new RPG, like an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. But I never expected to get this level of performance out of a mobile game. Check out the amazing graphics and details on those champions. You'll have the ability to customize and choose the artifacts, plus design a unique mastery build for each of them. And the best part? It's free to play. Go to patron.me/chumpraid and start playing. By checking it out, you'll not only be playing one of the best mobile games going right now, but you'll also be supporting this show. So what are you waiting for? Download Raid at patron.me/chumpraid and get a special package with 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and the amazing champion Adjudicator. Man, that's a lot of stuff. You'll receive the package after the first 7 days of playing the game. So go ahead, support the show, and play Raid Shadow Legends. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, no.
There's a good chance
I'm doomed.
There's a good chance it might be a tie at the end of this one.
Who knows? Maybe.
But we can only figure that out by going into our final game, which is called Just the Facts. All right, in this game, we have 1 true fact about our deceivers. It's only true about 1 of them, but all of them are pretending that this fact is true about them. And it is up to you to decide who the fact is actually true about. Like the first game, you'll be able to question them to my discretion about this story. Audience, you're voting the exact same way by either using hashtag Chris, hashtag Miles, or hashtag Alfredo for whose story this actually is. And you heard it at the very beginning of the show, and it was one of our 3 deceivers once worked as a performer in a haunted house for 2 years. That was it, right? Did I nail it? I think I got it.
I think you did.
So who actually did that? They're all claiming that it's them, and I'm going to let you decide. Oh, also points. Right, points. Same as the first game. Whoever you fool, you get a point for it. So you can get 2 points if you fool both of them. You get a point for figuring it out. Audience, you get a point for figuring it out. And if there's a tie, well, I'll get to that later. And again, probably going to be up to me and who I'm feeling.
Fair.
So who do you want to start with questioning on this one?
Alfredo.
Starting
You
with
said-
the real guy
You
there.
wouldn't lie to me, so
No.
I would like to.
Now is
Again,
Now
again,
it's his
bad
turn.
game. Bad
This
game.
one.
Rely on that information.
I'm gonna let you know right now, because I want to be honest. This one is a lie.
Why would you do this to me?
I just want to be honest with you.
Okay, I see. You're being honest about lying.
Yes,
So according to him, everything he's about to say is a lie.
And
And
that's
as
the
you
truth.
know, he doesn't lie.
that's the truth.
I'm already confused. Okay.
That's what he does.
Yep.
All right,
Here we go.
start your
Yep.
questioning whenever you're ready.
Okay. You just psyched me out.
Worked as
so
a haunted house performer.
Oh my
for
God,
2
that's
years.
right.
house,
I
that's
literally
right.
just was like,
2
what
years.
am I even asking?
Just to bring
him?
you back out
Jeez
of the
Louise.
weird
Okay.
mind
He
trap
did. I was
brought
like,
you
is he
into.
gonna lie to me now? Okay, haunted house. So when was this? When were you doing this?
I was doing this in high school.
In high school. Why were you doing it?
I was doing it because I was trying to get camera equipment for a YouTube channel that my friend Tim Geddes and I started back in high school.
It's always back to Tim Geddes with him.
15 years together.
Every show he's on.
15 years. I don't. Half
was
my life.
Was the camera equipment part of the haunted house, or you were going to use money?
We're gonna use the money.
Got it. Okay, I didn't know if
It
you
was
were
a
like,
crazy
that's,
night.
I was like,
With ghouls and goblins.
that's why I was like, is this part of the place?
No,
or?
we
We
gonna
filmed
steal
Terrified
anything.
Faces, and then took longer.
Okay. And what was your role?
My role?
Yes. What
So
did
I
you
was
do?
like a dinner host. That was like a ghoul.
Dinner host. There's a fly.
There's a very
Sorry.
persistent fly.
Did you send him here to psych me out? Okay, so you
Fun
were
play.
dinner host. And what was your costume?
I just had like a whole kind of like suit, but then from there, the back of me was what the gruesome part was.
Oh, so you'd like turn around.
Yeah, I would turn around to like get something, and it'd be like just gory all behind me.
Okay.
Oh, like you were torn, like there was some horrible accident on the back of you.
I mean, scary dinner party.
Okay.
Oh, all right, I'll let you have one more question.
Okay. One more question. How long did you do this for?
Well,
I mean,
I said 2 years
Oh,
in the
2
thing.
years. That's
I'll
right.
give you another
That's
one.
right. That's right.
more
that's
like
fair.
2 winters.
2 winters.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Winters.
I mean, you're not doing a haunted house in like the summer.
Oh, I guess I think of the fall.
Fall. Yeah.
Oh, well, winter, fall.
Okay.
No, no,
Sorry.
no. There are two different
Fall.
There are 4
Winter.
distinct.
four seasons.
Fall.
You can't mix 2 of them together.
Okay.
Unless you live in Texas,
In which
pretty
case,
much just 2.
yeah, you
Just
can.
all one way.
People don't go, Jeremy, when's your birthday? And I go, yeah, June, July.
I mean, San Francisco, it's always breezy in SF. It's the
That's
same.
true.
It's always jacket weather
Okay.
all year round.
all right. So who do you want to question next?
Let's shake it up. Let's go to Chris.
Ooh, shaking
Yeah.
it up. All right.
Yeah.
What you got?
What was your role? The fly is really
fly again.
dedicated.
Throw me off.
What was your role in the haunted house?
You're gonna laugh.
Oh,
I was werewolf boy.
you know what? Yeah.
My buddy Cody
Werewolf
was this.
boy.
He's this big guy, and he had already had the job. And then he got me a job, and I was also a lot smaller and skinnier in high school. So I came on as like his werewolf boy. That like so. I jumped out as initial werewolf, and then he jumped out as the escalation.
The escalation.
Werewolf.
I mean, so you were basically like the prepper. You get them like,
Well, it's- yeah,
you
yeah.
think it was fine.
Yeah, and they
then
think,
you
oh, this is
jump
the
out.
werewolf part
Okay.
of the.
Okay.
And then big werewolf came out and was like,
Damn.
very effective.
Wait,
They got me with the bait werewolf.
You had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
I thought I was safe.
so where was this?
Longview, Texas.
Longview, Texas. Okay, and was this, what kind of haunted experience was this?
I mean, it was like I think it was called the haunted chamber.
Haunted
And it was
chamber.
just like they kind of took like an old abandoned part of like a mall complex thing, and then like built walls around it, and then like you walk through it, and there was like different sections, and I was the werewolf section.
What was your most memorable scare?
A little girl who I made cry. Like I didn't touch her.
Okay, no one's
There's no touching you in.
No,
Well, no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed.
My brain did not go, oh, he
No, you're not allowed to touch. You're not allowed to touch in the haunted house. You can only jump.
We assume that.
Yeah.
That was
And
already.
then-
That's default, Chris. That's default, is that you don't touch them.
Yeah.
And then
Was
I
she
jumped
yellow?
out and scared her. She fell backwards and cried, and I.
Felt great.
Yeah.
And you felt great about it.
Yes.
I'll give
I've
you.
never been more alive.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut you off there.
That's
You're
enough
cut
there.
off there. I love how into character he was that he didn't say, I was a werewolf. He said I was werewolf boy.
Werewolf
Yeah,
boy.
very specific.
Werewolf boy.
All right,
was
and
his role.
on to Miles.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello, Miles.
Hannah.
When did you participate? Was this also when?
17 and 18 years old.
17 and 18. What was your role?
I had 4.
Oh.
For the 2 years.
4
The
roles.
first year, I was a closet ghoul and the polka dot man.
What?
Which I can go to that. And then the second year, I was just kind of like nondescript, like exorcist possessed guy and chainsaw chaser.
So you had 4 different
4.
things.
2 1 year, 2 the following year.
2 and 2. Okay, I'm not good at math, but I was checking that math.
Piece 2 and 2 is 4.
Okay, and did you like that polka dot man? Explain. Yep.
There is, so a good haunted house has like a pace and a rhythm to it. Because
Yeah.
if you just go scary, 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 it all bleeds together. So our first break room is a black room with neon polka dot stickers all over it and a black light, and that's it. This is coming out of the exorcism room. And essentially you go in there and it kind of just feels like a breath of air and there's nothing actually scary in there. But I am wearing all black with polka dots and I just pick a spot in the room and will stand there. And it's my job to assess the fear level of the customer. If they're like having a panic attack, I won't move and I'll just chill and let this be their calm space. But if they're like laughing, having a good time, then I get as close to them as possible without noticing, and then I could be like, get out, or whatever, and then it typically freaks them out.
Dang.
Okay, that is
Wow.
frightening.
Polka dot man.
That is very frightening. So you had Polka Dot Man. What were the other three?
It was like nondescript, like exorcist, demon guy.
You said closet
ghoul.
What's that?
There was a hall of like closet doors, like a maze of doors. Some of them were locked, some you would open and there'd be like a loud noise. And some had ghouls inside. Me and another performer were in that room.
This is so detailed.
And essentially, if they open the door, your role was you do a scare and then you immediately shut the door to keep them moving.
You come out of the closet.
I came out of the closet.
Freak everyone out.
Freaked everyone out. And then went about my life.
There it is.
Okay.
And then, and then Chainsaw Man, you said.
Chainsaw Man,
Yep.
pretty standard. In the back, there was pretty default. There was a
Chainsaw
chain link fence maze with some black tarps and strobe lights, and I had like an orange inmate outfit, like a werewolf mask, and then a fake chainsaw, and I would just like chase you through the maze.
Werewolf with a chain.
Dang.
Where was this?
This is in South Side of San Antonio.
Okay.
All right, and that's all I'm going to give you on Miles.
Okay.
He was pretty descriptive there,
Yep.
so I'm going to
Yeah.
give you there.
Very descriptive.
And so there we go. That was all 3 stories about this haunted house. I'm going to be going to Hannah just like before, but this is your last chance to get your votes in. Just reminding you now. So change those votes around. Who is this actually about? 2 of them are lying. Can you believe it? I can, because I know. All right, so you look confused.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, was there any way, were you leaning to each person?
I was honestly leaning towards Chris just because Werewolf Boy was so specific and very on brand for Chris. So I was like very convinced about that. Miles is like, it's one or the other. It's either like, it's so incredibly detailed. So either he's just spinning a yarn,
Yeah.
or it's all based on truth.
So is the premise of the show.
Yeah, I know. I'm so bad at this.
yarn.
Okay, and then Alfredo,
I told you what I was doing.
you did, and now I'm like, he told me he wouldn't lie to me, but also he said he was gonna lie. So that's if he's telling the truth, that was all a lie, I should believe him, and I want to believe him.
But you shouldn't.
Alfredo,
What? I'm telling you the truth.
about which part?
That I'm lying.
So I shouldn't pick him.
You shouldn't.
Is
Is
what
that
he's
how
claiming.
it works? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
He's confused me so much now.
Here's the-
Who am I?
Where am I?
All right, audience,
Okay.
locking in your answer. Your answer is now locked in, so let's get a locked in answer from Hannah. Hannah, who actually worked in a haunted house as a performer for 2 years?
Are you lying to me?
No.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Miles. I guess I can't like bully
Someone
it out
is
of them.
lying to you.
Okay.
Bully, Jessica tried to bully it out.
Chris, I think you did it. I think you're the werewolf boy and you made a girl cry.
You want to lock that in?
Yeah, let's lock it in.
Let's lock it in. Reminder, did not touch her.
He did.
He did not touch her.
Don't
What
even.
the audience thought. Audience,
God.
let's get your votes up there and see where you're leaning.
Oh God, they said it was.
Alfredo, no one. 1%?
Telling the truth.
It's because he's telling the truth.
Because he's telling 84%.
Miles, I
thought
should have picked Miles.
All right, well,
He was so thorough.
I'm here to reveal that the person who did work for 2 years as a performer in a haunted house was Miles.
Damn
Lee.
it! Damn it! I should have gone with Miles.
You did not get
It was.
that one
It was very
correct.
So much deep.
Very good. It was
Sorry
so
to say.
detailed.
I thought that would actually throw her off.
It
'Cause I
did,
find,
you were
I
right.
find that
It did
liars
throw
tend to
off.
add a lot of unnecessary.
It was one or the
details.
other.
Wolf Boy was
Like
super
butter, though.
I really thought you could have been.
I would have loved to have been Wolf.
Dreams
He's not opposed
Yeah,
to it.
we can make that happen.
But
for
he
you,
would
Chris.
not have touched it.
Audience,
No.
by the way, you nailed it.
You did.
84% of you. Well done. You nailed that one. Got the point. The deceivers also got the point for fooling Hannah. So there
Yeah.
were a couple points thrown around there. All right, that means that the
wasn't
deceivers
prepped for
end with
that.
3 points. That means the audience ends with 3 points, and it means that Hannah, our contestant, is ending with 1 point, which
Oh,
means
she's too
that
pure.
I'm too
episode
trusting.
4, episode 4 of CHUMP means Hannah is tonight's the
Oh, so mean.
Need an animation.
That is harsh.
Oh, I deserved it.
Well, thank you for showing up, everybody. Thank you for voting along. Thank you for your comments that we popped up at the bottom. If you want that to, if you're watching this on YouTube or on the site and you're like, hey, that looks fun, I wish I was part of that, be a first member and watch the show live Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Central Time, because we're doing it every week. So thanks for joining me, everybody. You guys were all great. You were really, really good.
Some better than
We went a
others.
little long just because it was a lot of fun. So that's our show. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time here on CHUMP. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let us know in the comments who fooled you or who you saw right through. Make sure to click like if you liked it and hit the bell to be notified about the next episode. See you next time on CHUMP, everybody.